Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your reading for January 2023. Thanks for stopping by today and checking out this video. If you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button before you leave. All right, so I want to start today's reading with a spirit or animal totem. This animal can guide you, help you in your dreams, or if you see this animal on TV in real life, you hear about it, someone's talking about it, that is spirit letting you know that they are around, that you're supported and protected and loved. And your animal is lion with higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Okay, so this has a strong feeling of your soul tribe, your family, your soul family, your group of closest friends and, not acquaintances, but friends and loved ones. I think a lot of them kind of look up to you, or you make decisions for the group from time to time. You are more along the lines of leading, and I think you're looked up to, and people ask you for advice. And you will find success and contentment with those by your side. And I think that the fact that they do those things and rely on you does give you that sense of contentment and of satisfaction, and feeling like you're in the right place, or you're in your home with your homies, or you're comfortable. This is where you belong. This is your pride. This is important to you. I feel like you like to take a lot of responsibility for those around you, your loved ones, your soul tribe. So Spirit is talking about, don't be afraid to be that leader. Don't be afraid to step up when it's needed, or when you're asked to. Be fearless, be ferocious when needed. I feel like if somebody else is in trouble, you may let other people talk to you or do things that if someone would have said what was said to you or done to you to a friend, you would be like in that person's face, don't you talk to my friends that way, kind of like that. So I feel like you're very outwardly protective of your group, but not so much with yourself. But I think by reflecting some of that, like trying to be more that way with yourself, you'll feel stronger. You'll feel more like a leader, like you have purpose or reason to be a leader, to be looked up to be asked questions about, because you're taking care of yourself as much as you want to take care of others. Whereas I think right now it's easier for you to be responsible for the others in your group, not so much for yourself. So there may be some time in January where you got to kind of look at yourself and readjust some of that and get a better balance. But let's get some more information. Spirit, tell me about Pisces in January, please. What should Pisces know about what's going to happen? All right, first we have Pegasus, transcending. So a horse might mean something to you. Horses are much more common. You might run into them. You may know somebody who owns horses. You yourself may own horses, whatever the case. They mean something, and that is Spirit letting you know they're around. I just got the idea of dreaming. If you're dreaming about Pegasus, if you're dreaming about winged horses, that means something. I'm not picking up on exactly what that means. I think it's very, very personal, and I'm not going to know. This is something between you and your spirit guides. And the fact that there is a person here kind of laying on the animal, the horse or the Pegasus, it's like reprieve, rest. The horse is in control. You're just along for the ride. And I feel like this is an appropriate time for that. I think you're going to be soul searching about your leadership quality and value, and really fitting into your tribe or your group, what your place is. And that's what's transcending. You're trying to figure out where you fit in, and it's tiring and it's exhausting, and it's okay to let your guides and your animals, ancestors, angels, whatever, hold you up for a little bit. That's what I see in this. Next, rainbow waterfall, miracles. There are butterflies on this, which is also a symbol of transformation, moving, changing into something new, something better. Miracles can happen, and they happen all the time. I feel like the transition itself of really owning yourself, or really coming into balance with self-worth versus worth of the people around you, self-responsibility versus being responsible for everybody else, finding that balance and transcending the issues that come with unbalanced energy like that, brings about miracles internally, which then in turn externally. Even it's one of those things to me where you have a realization, something, and all of a sudden the world looks different. It's the exact same place, but you have a different perspective. Something's changed internally, and it changes the way you see the world externally. So while nothing has changed, everything has changed. And I see that coming for you in January, having to do with taking your place among your tribe. Let's get some more information here. Spirit, tell me more about Pisces in January, please. What else is going to happen for Pisces in January, Spirit? Hostilities, conflict, unrest. There's also a Black Panther here. There's something, dreams. There's a moon on here. So dream time. And maybe that's why you need a break and you need Spirit to hold you up and lift you up. There's conflict, there's unrest, there's something internally going on. There's a fight, there's a battle. And Black Panther is here to support you and protect you. You've got what it takes to get through this. You've got, like it says here, you have all the courage you need, okay? So this dreaming might take on a bit of a nightmare or a bit of scariness, but it's just Spirit or your higher self showing you the internal conflict or showing you what's going on, even though, like, logically and reasonably it doesn't seem like it, but it's the dream world. And I think you probably know best out of all of the signs, Pisces, about the weird fuzziness of dream time and daydreaming and getting intuitive messages, or, you know, the not so tangible, solid world. You understand this flow of energy and change, and like the wispiness of dreams and fuzzy reality kind of. And I think with you in dream time, there's going to be times where you're dreaming of conflict and hostilities and scariness, and then there'll be times where you're being saved and being held up by Spirit, or maybe all of that is mixed into one dream. Either way, pay attention to it. It's part of the process for you to come into your own, to feel like where you belong, to know who and what you are and your value. Next, we have balance, stability, standing firm. See, working through this, it looks like towards the end of January, you will have a sense of stability. You will have a sense of balance. This woman is holding up both hands, so I can see this as the physical world and the spiritual world, right? The positive, the negative, the masculine, the feminine, yin, yang, that kind of thing. You're balancing all of that and having stability, and miracles are happening for you. And that's part of what things change internally. The whole world outside changes, even though nothing is different. I hope you know what I'm talking about. I've had those moments. All right, let's get some more information. Spirit, tell me more about Pisces in January, please. What else should Pisces know about what's coming up in the month of January, please, Spirit? We have the Nine of Swords, which ironically is the card of stress, anxiety, and possible nightmares. Okay. Now this does sit underneath that Pegasus, the transcending. There may be a period or a time throughout January where you are having maybe more nightmares or more scary dreams than, say, last month, or there's an intensity or an increase in frequency of the more scary or darker aspects of your personality, or what your subconscious or unconscious is trying to tell you or show you, or what Spirit is trying to help you look at and break the cycle so you can look at things or do things a different way. So I do see an increase either in frequency or intensity of those scarier dreams, those more nightmare dreams versus pleasant, happy dreams. Next, under miracles, we have the Six of Wands. Yes, this is a card of conquering, a card of success, a card about even being seen or recognized as a great conqueror, a great successful accomplishment of some kind, and that is under the waterfalls and miracle card. So the middle of January, there's going to be a point that with the butterflies there of transformation. I think somewhere about halfway through January, there'll be a let up on, or a change in the dreams, or the scariness or the intensity of the dreams. It's going to move into you're helpless and can't do anything about it, to, okay, here it is, here is another scary dream, but I have an understanding, or I have new tools to combat it, or to acknowledge it, or to own it instead of running from it, that kind of thing. But that card is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is under the hostilities, the conflict, unrest. This card is about walking away from commitments, emotional ties and binds. And this person is walking away, but going into the light. And, hostilities is here under the moon, which is why I'm thinking dream time, nighttime. You have success over some process of thinking, some pattern of thinking. There's some kind of change. Like I said, it changes your perspective. It changes inner changes that you see the outside world different. And you get to walk away from emotional ties, chains, or commitments that at one point was important and was needed, but now is no longer. It's time to go into the light, into the sun, and find your place in the universe, or in your group, in your tribe, in your family. Finally, okay, the High Priestess. So this is another inner knowledge. It's got the moon on it, the three faces of the moon. Well, there's four. You have the dark moon, but it's not showing here. And there's an owl on this one, which is significant of wisdom. I don't see any other owls or any other animals. So, but the High Priestess is under the balance. She is about inner knowledge, inner deep hidden knowledge. And through this process of working through your dreams and your nightmares, the success that you've conquered, your worst fear maybe, you've transformed, you've walked away from commitments that no longer work or emotional ties, and now you are the High Priestess with stability and standing firm in between physical and spiritual life. Positive, negative, masculine, feminine. Even here, there's two signifying the duality of life. The two poles there. Or two obelisks, or whatever you want to call those. Columns. That is symbolic of the masculine, feminine, and dark light. So it looks like to me by the end of January, you're going to feel so much more solid and sure and capable and transformed and belonging. You know where you stand, or you know where you belong in your group. You know where you belong at your job. You know where you belong in something else, your peers or your coworkers or whatever the case may be. And you're firm and strong, and nobody can mess with that anymore. Or you know you have the tools, you know how to be like, no, I'm not going to accept that kind of treatment, or I'm not going to accept you saying that to me and that be okay. Because if you would have said that to my friend, I would have, again, back to the beginning when I was talking about if you let people treat you and talk to you that you wouldn't stand for if that person did it to your friends. So I think you're going to have that balance too of, yeah, no, you don't get to talk to me that way, or no, you don't get to treat me that way. And you're able to say it, communicate it, mean it, and make lasting change and feel better and be content and happy and successful. All right, let's get one final card, please, Spirit, for Pisces for the month of January. One final piece of advice, except two flipped over. So that's what we will look at. Woods. Be like the woods, calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. Oh yeah, Pisces, yeah, that's easy for you, being a mystery, but full of life, conquering those nightmares, those stresses, those anxieties. You'll be full of life, and the calm and soothing should come very easily to you. And I think you're going to be that. Eventually, you can be that for somebody else. And then the other card is music. There is a melody to be heard in the deepest part of the woods, if only we listen. And we had woods here, right? So being calm and soothing and full of life, maybe you get to hear that melody, right? That melody, that deeper melody in the woods. And you're able to listen better and understand better. And with that hidden knowledge coming forth and you standing firm, yeah, this all really makes sense. And that's a beautiful ending, because I can also see this for an intuition, like there is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods. So there's something in the deepest part of you to listen to, if only you could hear, right? If you take that time to really listen and go within and understand your value and your worth and your place. Okay, Pisces, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.